Hello StarCraft fans, this Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between CatZ and WarreN on Lerilak Crest. In the bottom right side of the map we have the red Zerg player representing Root Gaming. It is CatZ. Again, there's a link in the top right to Root Gaming TV. Go ahead and check them out on YouTube. Some great stuff. They really support esports, so please check them out and subscribe. In the top right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player who's playing his first game of the day. It is WarreN, representing Storm Gaming. I actually cast a game of his, I want to say, later last year in a best-of-7 tournament. Basically, he was a fill-in for somebody who couldn't quite make it. And yeah, he's a very solid Zerg player for sure. He's willing to come in at the last minute. Was a good sport about it. And I'll always appreciate that from WarreN. Okay, so pull first here from CatZ. Not going hatch first, as WarreN is. WarreN going for what is assumed to be a little bit safer hatch first. Here in Legacy of the Void and ZVZ, you can afford to do it just because you get your mineral count up to 300 more quickly than you would back in Wings of Liberty. And so the pool creation time stays the same for CatZ, but the hatch creation time a little bit faster for WarreN, and the rush distance too is going to stay the same as well. So again, Zerg players, you can feel pretty okay about going hatch first. Yeah, you might lose to the occasional like 12 pool or whatever it is, but don't really worry too much about it, as I think most games you can actually hold those if you learn how to do it. I'm not sure if we're going to see that here, as CatZ is actually going for an expansion, so it's not a crazy one base play. It's actually hard to spend all your money on one base like this. Notice how CatZ is just spending his money, even though he already threw down another hatch that was 300 minerals, and he hasn't even had time to make any lings yet. So he did go that pool first into hatch. It's just a little bit safer. I'm not sure he's planning any aggression with this based on the fact that there are not many lings coming out, just 2. Can't really kill your opponent with only 2 lings. And WarreN's spawning pool is approximately like 10% away from being done. So this is not something he needs to worry about. I think WarreN has the better opening here in this ZVZ. Let's see exactly what happens here from CatZ, because he can actually tech up a little bit more quickly, although it looks like their speed timings are about the same. So let's look at this real quick. 19 to 20 harvesters. WarreN has an advantage there. It is 26 to 28 total supply. WarreN has an advantage there. He's getting a speed up. He's getting 2 queens, where CatZ is getting 1. And CatZ's hatch is not done. So I would say that going 15 hatch into an extractor into a pool is like economically more viable in ZVZ if you can pull it off compared to going pool first. It's just CatZ might have been worried about some cheese coming out of his opponent WarreN. He is getting a baneling nest, which is kind of fun. These 2 lings are getting some harassment in too. They're going to try to kill a drone. The queens are out though, and now the lings are in a lot of trouble. They're going to try to catch these guys out in the middle of nowhere, as we can see, but getting stabbed away. Oh, they did get 1 drone kill. WarreN did not pull away that drone quite quickly enough. Meanwhile, some harassment down here with this Zergling that gets a kill too. They both get a drone kill. You both got a drone kill, and they both lost a ling. This is kind of weird. It's not a mirror game, just because, again, their build orders are different, but the results fairly the same. Look how brave that ling as of WarreN's had about 10 hit points left. Okay, not even 10, probably like 5. And then attacked this ling with so much more health and got absolutely smacked down as soon as CatZ's ling noticed what was going on. Baneling nest coming up for both of these players. We're going to see some baneling shenanigans, or they could just be defensive, because that is something that's very true. Most players, I'm not going to say most players, some Zerg players do not enjoy using banelings. They'll get some for defense, but they won't really count on them to win games in the offense. Although WarreN does look like he has a lot of lings heading out here, so perhaps he is going to be on the offensive here with those lings and banelings. CatZ's Overlord scouts that perfectly, sees exactly what's going on. The ling's going to run in. Oh my gosh, that defensive inling almost got a huge hit. Nicely done. Trading 1 ling for 1 baneling. Going to get a surround here. Big baneling hit though. Oh, CatZ. Oh, CatZ, nicely done. That queen is going to die, and it does. Another baneling hit though. CatZ. The banelings, the value. It's crazy. Nicely done there. Look at that. Resource units killed here. 18 killed by CatZ, 5 killed by WarreN. Resources lost 637 versus 550. CatZ pulled ahead with that one, that's for sure. Does still have 30 to 33 harvesters compared to his opponent. He's a little bit down on that, but that attack by WarreN was not fantastic at all. Now CatZ on the offensive with some lings, but there are speedlings. There's a spine crawler. There is a queen here too. Very difficult to break this for CatZ. I mean, he has basically an equal number of lings, but this static defense and this queen really evens things up. Now that these banelings are waddling down, that's another good story for WarreN here. Okay, so 2 baneling hits. I'm not sure how worth it those were, but here go CatZ's lings, or banelings, trying to get right on into this mineral line and sniped down by the queen by some lings. Oh, gonna try to get a big hit off, trying to hide, trying to sneak on in. That queen is chasing, though, trying to get off creep and juking back on the Baneling micro, though. Oh, just in range of that spine crawler. I have to imagine that's intentional by WarreN. Great positioning, catching anything that tries to go up this ramp. Cannot sneak around this side at all without getting hit by that spine, unless it's distracted by something else. And then as soon as I praise the location, WarreN actually moves his spine over to the third base, which is fine. That third base probably needs a little more help than the natural does anyway. Third base up here for CatZ too. Lings heading on down. What mischief can they cause? A Spire on the way for WarreN, and Roaches coming up for CatZ. So the players are diverging in their tech paths here just a little bit. Another attempt of Lings. Once again, not going to be super effective. Lings are going to try to snipe down that drone. They do get it. Some more workers here might get killed if they get focused down. Nicely done. Good pickoffs here. Good micro on display from WarreN. Trying to focus down those workers, not worrying about anything else, and trading for a Baneling too. Oh, big Baneling hits up there, though, by WarreN. Yeah. That was very excellent. 11 workers killed by WarreN. Most of those, I have to imagine, going to be in that hit. Overseer checking things out at this third base. There are 3 queens, so the Overseer is going to run away. This queen stabbing away at this particular Overlord to get out of my face, she says. And here comes a Roach Baneling push from CatZ. 76 to 68 total supply. CatZ is ahead in that regard. Ravagers getting mixed into a lair on the way for CatZ. And that Spire is just about done for WarreN. He'll have enough for, I want to say, about 7 or 8 mutas by the time that Spire pops, if he can actually save some of his minerals here. Overlord dodge is a little bit too late for WarreN, and now WarreN is supply blocked. Oh no, WarreN can't actually make mutas at all. He'd want to right now, but he can't because of that supply block. Is he making any Overlords? I don't see them right now in that production tab. There they are, making 4 right now. The micro attention perhaps elsewhere during that moment. Overlord here for WarreN hanging out. Again, I like the spread of the Overlords. Both players doing a great job keeping an eye out on important parts of this map in the ZVZ. More Lings dancing around. Ling Baneling here for WarreN, just waiting for the ability to make mutas. And he had to spend a lot of gas on what there? I guess Banelings? He didn't make mutas exactly. Oh, there they are. Now we get Banelings. 6 Banelings on the way. Spine, spine, spine for WarreN. And here comes a big Ling push here with the Banelings, as usual. No centrifugal hooks. I don't know if they're actually necessary. Trying to get through here. No, Banelings getting sniped down by the Ravagers. That extra range really, really benefiting them. As you can see here, Ravagers have a range of 6 compared to the Roach's range of 4, which means they can reach a greater area in defense and at attack, which is awesome indeed. More mutas on the way for WarreN. 6 mutas. 3, 4, 10, 11. Going for 11 here. An infestation pit coming up for CatZ. CatZ is not going muta himself. As he does see the mutas from WarreN, they reveal themselves, knocking down that Overlord. Spore crawlers, 2 spores here. I like this with Queen support, with Ravager support. Ravager's not very good against mutas, just because mutas are fast and agile. But here comes WarreN, not exactly going for anything but... Oh no, did he kill his own Overlord? He might have killed his own Overlord there by accident with the Corrosive Bile. Did CatZ. Transfuses, keeping that Overlord alive. Holy smokes, he does! He keeps it alive. He wanted that Overlord to stay alive and see his grandchildren graduate from college. Oh, but not that one. Sorry, dude. You were too far out. Too far away. 1 day left until graduation. What are these drones doing? WarreN, are you going to throw down static defense here? Or I don't know if that was a bad rally or what, but those drones were way out in the middle of nowhere. Lings bouncing around. A lot of blue Lings here for WarreN. Dancing and dancing. CatZ is getting a Hydralisk Den. Also getting pathogen glands to increase the amount of energy that infestors spawn with, which allows them to get those things out a little bit more quickly. Get things... Whoa, get things going a little bit faster than you would expect. Holy smokes, my phone wasn't on silent for the first time ever. I'm so embarrassed. Mutas flying on in, taking shots from Spore Crawlers, backing on out. This queen count for CatZ is looking amazing. CatZ has 7 queens out on the field, all of them in great defensive positions. Lings here and knocking down these rocks. Hydralisk Den popping up for WarreN now, so both players might be moving into more of a Hydra-heavy composition. Look at all these infestors, though. Pop, 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 and they do pop out with 75 energy, enough for 1 fungal growth, instead of popping out and having to wait for that energy to increase and increment to get those fungals down. That pathogen glands upgrade is really good. So WarreN knocks down these rocks to like 100 out of 2,000 and then leaves them alone. I'm not sure what he was planning to do there, but whatevs. Pop it on in here again. Are these mutas? Spore Crawlers hit so hard, though. So hard. 30 damage versus flying biological, as it can only hit flying. Another Spore Crawler either coming up or transferring down here. Nope, morphing on in. Queen, stab, stab, stab. Back up to the safety of the Spore. Back up to the safety of the Spore. There's a Spore. It's going to get a muta, and it does. 3 queens, 4, 5 queens. Spore Crawler losing another muta. to the spores and the queen combinations there. Another big attack on up here. Hydras, roaches, ravagers, infestors. Oh, great infestor fungal on top of all of those units. Fungal bile being used to get rid of those roaches. CatZ looking great. 143 to 124 total supply. And the mutas are trying to kill everything on the ground, focusing the infestors down first. Very easy to do as they are very squishy. The hydras trying to win the battle against the mutas here. Can they get it? No, the mutas actually win that fairly handily, taking down another hydra there, chasing the army all the way home for CatZ. Good defense by WarreN. Had the roaches, had spine crawlers for the static defense, which is always very, very amazing indeed. Look at the animation. Oh, Ravagers getting killed by those acid, what are they? The glaive worm, which is basically the acid death from the acid spit that roaches throw out. Okay, acid saliva, I guess, to be a little bit more proper. Fourth base on the way here for WarreN. And still sitting on 3 is CatZ. CatZ might be prepared to take this one, but WarreN has the Overseer scouting it out. Both players are now going for Lurkers. I like this. Missile attack level 2 on the way. Missile attack level 1 on the way for CatZ. So WarreN getting ahead on that upgrade game. It's going to really benefit him throughout the rest of this game. Absolutely. Spores throwing up on the front lines. Actually getting a shot off on that Muta. And here's the 4th base for CatZ. So he is moving towards his opponent, while WarreN is playing a little bit more defensively, moving his hatcheries away. So attack pads are farther, which gives him more time to scout whoever is coming to kill his stuff before it actually shows up to kill his stuff. Good job moving the drones on over. It is 55 to 60 total harvesters. WarreN is in the lead there. Workers lost 12 by CatZ and 1 by WarreN. 93 units killed to 66. And army supply 109 to 85 in favor of CatZ. I like CatZ in his composition. Again, the hydras, the roaches. Upgrades for WarreN again do benefit though. Another attack of mutas up here, getting rid of some drones. Is there not a spore here? What is happening? Another drone dies. These mutas being very active by WarreN, doing an amazing job. Just absolutely trying to snipe down as many drones as they can. The Queen Brigade shows up though, chases them away for sure. No upgrades on these guys yet. They'll have +1 in just a couple minutes. Muscular augments coming up for WarreN. Glio reconstitution for CatZ. Both players really focusing heavily on this Roach Ravager Hydra type play, which is always dead fun to watch. Makes for some incredible micro potential. Here come the Lurkers. Wherever they actually choose to set up is going to be a big deal. Where do they want to go? Roaches over here. Lurkers following behind. Spines are already down though. CatZ already has his Lurkers out, ladies and gentlemen. Lurker with +1 attack is going to be +2 very soon, but for now it's +1 versus +1. Spines getting rid of some of these creep tumors, or they were, right up until the point the Overseer moved out of the way. And the Muta's kind of defensing up here too. Defensing. Am I casting soccer? Is that what this is? Hive on the way. Pathogen glands on the way for WarreN. Both players doing fairly similar things. Corrosive Bile landing, dodging. Nice dodge, Lurkers. And here comes the Overseer taking out those creep tumors, and some changelings trying to walk on in to see what is going on here. Again, very easy to sniff out just because there are no lings in this composition. And focusing down one more. There it is. Ends up getting killed there too. Ravagers trying to sneak on around here and try to kill a Lurker. They do get the Lurker and a Queen. With Corrosive Bile, another Queen dies to the spines, and the Muta's flying around picking off what they can. Oh, they spot the full Overlords. They spot the Drop Lords that are trying to get out here and do stuff, but the Mutas have air control, and they're doing a very good job keeping tabs on these. 2 Mutas die immediately to those Hydras. Yikes, but the Hydras themselves, again, a little bit squishy. They hit hard, but they are squishy. A member of one of the first guilds I was in Warcraft, it was a mage, and she called herself a glass cannon, and she died very, very quickly, but hit really hard. Banelings crashing on in here. A lot of fungals being used. The fungals keeping people in range of the Lurkers, or keeping roaches in range of the Lurkers, actually. Bad rally here, taking some shots, but they'll regenerate that health. No need to worry. Here's the drop. Here's the drop from CatZ. There's a single Queen here, but these guys have the +1 attack. Queen gonna die. Hydra's trying to come up here to help, and actually gonna take down a Roach and another Roach too. These numbers actually fairly favoring our blue Zerg player. And the drop does get picked up. Another attempted drop here. The drones running for their lives. The Spine's useless against this air attack. Another attack up this way. Walking through the choke as CatZ losing some stuff to Corrosive Bile. Chasing on down. Oh, Fester in the front lines does get taken down there too. Trying to come up and catch people off guard is CatZ. CatZ is up 200 to 139 total supply. This drop still happening. Lurker with 5 kills. Queen trying to stab away, but taking so much damage. Absolutely dead. A nice concave here from WarreN, finishing that out too. A single, that is actually a changeling. Heading on down there. Attempted drop from CatZ. Going to go and reinforce these units. Roach with 4 kills. Lurker dies. thanks to the defensive lurkers from WarreN. Another attempted drop is very ill-fated as everybody is here, but an attack up the front. Good fungals on the roaches once again, pushing through as CatZ. Is he deciding to actually change the avenue of attack here? He is. He doesn't want to attack into those lurkers. Going to push on up here, taking shots from Banelings, trying to kill as much stuff as he can. +1 attack is complete, but again, the +2 here for WarreN really helping him, giving him the defender's advantage too, as more units are spawning right nearby to the battleground. There is still something going on up here, but that's just an Overlord, I think. That is just a Drop Lord too, and here comes another push of Roaches and Hydras from CatZ. More Spore Crawlers on the way for CatZ. And just heading on out to the middle of the map with the Xel'Naga Watchtower. This guy's about to expire. It lasts forever, actually. 107 seconds is a long time in StarCraft 2 time, I can tell you that. Alright, we're going to watch that expire. Ready, set, go! Ugh, so gross. Always gross. Another attack here with Roaches. Oh, there is no Spore Crawler here yet. Every drone is going to be killed. Transferring drones too, getting absolutely knocked down. This hatchery gonna fall. This drone somehow happily mining, despite the fact all this carnage is happening right next to him or her. And yeah, the drone survives. Wow, but sniping down the hatch, a good play bet there by CatZ. His own base up happily running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases for CatZ. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 bases for WarreN. So that was 5th base versus 5th base. CatZ will come up with his base with 200 to 155 total supply here. Again, the Infestor and the Lurker play is really what's kept WarreN alive for this long. An Overlord dies for CatZ. Lurker is out in the middle of nowhere. What is happening? Oh, the Lurkers don't even manage to burrow. One does barely manage to burrow. He's going to try to kill all these guys in revenge for his friend that died, but nope, they get out of the way. Overseer pops on in. Who's going to be the one to try to kill this? Everybody, pretty good spread. Nice split by WarreN, trying to get a good concave here, and nobody dies in the mission to take out the Lurker. Exactly what you need to do. Another attempt Drop Lord here from CatZ, going to try to sneak on up into this main base. I'm not sure that WarreN has anything anywhere near this base to defend it. His army's way over here on the other side of the map. Here comes the drop of the Roaches with a +1 missile. +2 on the way. Not quite there yet. Going to take down the Hive. I don't know if they have enough DPS to do that. There's a Greater Spire for WarreN, though, and 3 Broodlords on the way, too. So the Greater Spire is going to die. So any Broodlords that are there, that's all you're going to have for quite a while, as the investment of time to get a Spire back up and a Greater Spire back up is a really, really big one. Popping on in here again is the defense. The army finally shows up from clear across the map and getting absolutely massacred are the Roaches here. But the Roaches from CatZ pushing on in, taking some shots from the Lurkers, casualties, but all the Lurkers are now gone. Broodlords, however, doing great against these Roaches, throwing down those Broodling strikes, absolutely taking out as many as they can. Bam, bam, Roaches getting eaten alive by the Broodlings so fast on creep, almost as fast as Roaches themselves on creep. And finally, they're expired. And the Roaches pull out. So once again, WarreN is this close to losing a giant, incredibly important base. But he's saved by something staticky, like Broodlords, like Lurkers. Macro Hatch coming up from WarreN too. Not having a hard time spending his money, but still having a Macro Hatch never really hurts. They did actually nerf the amount of larvae you get per inject in Legacy of the Void. So if you have to have a Macro Hatch or two, do not consider yourself a failure at Macro. It is entirely normal. Spire, replacement Spire on the way for WarreN. He wants to get those Broodlords back. He really does. Corruptors cleaning out the Drop Lords that were hanging out here that were part of the attacks earlier. I'm not sure they can see that one. Nope, can't see it. Too far away. Why does that always zoom in when I do that? So annoying. More Vipers on the way for CatZ. Going to try to make use of that Yoink ability possibly. Or just Parasitic Bomb, I suppose, on these flying units. So interesting composition here with Broodlords and Corruptors and Infestors. Trying to sneak along down here. There's a single Changeling Ling dancing along so happily, scouting things out, and then blah, true nature revealed. And ends up exploding onto the ground there. Lurkers, Spine Crawlers, Spore Crawlers. This is some pretty heavy duty static defense here. Look out! Fester doesn't die. I'm always sad to see Infestors, or really any spellcaster sitting on the front lines and just getting massacred. Ghosts, Templar, and Infestors come to mind. It's just they're not where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be in the back doing amazing things, but if they're in the front getting massacred, it's a complete waste of ability, in my opinion. So here comes WarreN to try to threaten that base. Oh, Lurker high ground harassment here from WarreN too. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. And here come the Broodlords with the harassment and the siege. They're trying to take down Spore Crawlers. The Overseer providing them with extra range as well. Nope, but the range up high gets rid of those Lurkers that were trying to harass. They're completely gone. Spore Crawler taking on an Overseer. Vipers coming in to yank in the Broodlords. Ah, well played, actually. taking out 2 of them. Another yank. Woo! Another yank there, too. Continuing to set up shop here is WarreN. There are Vipers using Consume to increase their energy, taking it from the hatchery. And yes, trying to break up another base is CatZ, but denied by WarreN. And the Spines are making quick work of these Hydralisks. I'm not sure if WarreN's actually where it's going on. And yes, all right, so this Roach Hit Squad is heading it up to the 5th base. I assume this is 5th base and this is the 6th base. Another big old push here. All the Broodlords gone. Did they all get abducted? I think they all did. Roach is in here killing stuff once again. Oh, WarreN, so many dead workers here. 23 workers killed by WarreN, but 34 killed by CatZ. Again, the army for WarreN forced to retreat and try to deal with this thing. And this base under a lot of assault here, too. There's only 1 drone. This Lurker with 5 kills actually played some very nice base defense. Broodlord getting morphed on in. That Greater Spire is back from WarreN. He definitely wanted to see that. These roaches get absolutely smacked down. I mean, they're fast. That Glial Reconstitution on speed, they're pretty darn fast units, but they're gone nonetheless. Upgrades here, +3 attack here for CatZ, or for WarreN rather, +3 and +1 armor. Compared to, let's take a look here, +2 attack and no armor for CatZ. So WarreN, again with his upgrade advantage, CatZ just has bigger armies, which I think assists him quite a bit in these battles. Income tab is 55 to 52 workers. CatZ in the lead, but just a little bit here as we are past the 20-minute mark. I mean, every base but 3 has been taken so far. This might be the biggest macro game I've seen on Lerilak Crest. Okay, this base has not been taken either, so that's 4 total. So we're not quite there yet. WarreN is replacing drones. Again, forced to spend money on drones instead of army, which just allows CatZ to get even more and more ahead. Creep tumors spreading on out. Spine crawlers coming up to spore crawlers. A lot of spores here, which I guess is good if you're worried about things like Broodlords, but I don't know. Queen getting some injects off, trying to stab away at these Lurkers. Lurkers trying to snipe down. Yeah, they're targeting the Hive. And once again, WarreN's entire army is sent scrambling to deal with this. CatZ has done a great job making WarreN's army go wherever he wants it to go, giving him time to expand here and expand there. Finally, the Lurkers do get cleaned up, and the Infestation Pit survives along with the Hive. Gets there in time, just barely, in the nick of time. Another Drop Lord on the way here for CatZ. Really wants to make these drops work. +3 missile attack on the way, +2 ground carapace, and +2 flyer attack for WarreN. Again, just sticking on these upgrades is what's really keeping him in this game, because CatZ is out macroing him. CatZ is doing, ooh, full Drop Lord getting killed. CatZ is again forcing him all across the map with these drops, with these little counterattacks. Walking into Spines, never great. Never great, you guys. If you're ground units, watch out for those Lurkers. Maybe bring some Broodlords or some Mutas with you. It's just hard. Mutas aren't going to be very effective just because there's so much static defense, spore crawlers in so many different places. Corruptors are out, Vipers are out with that parasitic bomb. I just don't know. We are pretty much split right across the map here, red versus blue. Sneaking up here is WarreN, again with a small group of roaches and hydras, but no, back to save the day are these Lurkers. They're trying to snipe this thing down. Transfuses keeping the buildings alive. Queen's dying though. 1 Lurker falling down. Can these guys with +3 attack take down this Lurker before they get killed? Good micro, and they do. And another transfuse on the Infestation Pit, trying to snipe down this Drop Lord. It's just setting up shop here is WarreN, and CatZ expanding everywhere, expanding. 61 to 47 harvesters. CatZ definitely in the lead. 190 to 185 total supply. Sneaking around this way though is WarreN. No static defense here. How do you get in here? I guess he just walked down that ramp. All right, so he sneaks right on up into this area. Tries to snipe down a Viper with the Hydras. Can't quite get it though. No, the Viper escapes. Oh man, and he might actually commit, or might actually do what CatZ has been trying to do for a while here and take down this Hive. Look at them focus it down, burning down so quickly, and there it is. It is gone. Are there any Overseers here with WarreN? Yes, there's 1 Overseer. He's taking down the Lurker Den. He's going to try to take down a Greater Spire here too. He's going to be able to do it. He's sacrificing a lot of units, but he's taking out a lot of tech at the same time. Look at all these roaches and hydras getting absolutely massacred by CatZ's units. It is 190 to 130 total supply. Woo! So CatZ does manage to take out that army, but losing the Greater Spire, losing the Hive, losing the Infestation Pit and the Lurker Den. Actually, wait, did he lose the Infestation Pit? Lost this base too. Look at this creep recede too. And is CatZ even really trying to replace all this stuff? There's the Infestation Pit. It is alive. Okay, so we didn't lose that one. But still, here come the Broodlords. WarreN is trying to make this thing work with the Broods. Again, Parasitic Bomb, very, very good here. Parasitic Bomb deals 60 damage over 7 seconds to the target and enemy air units nearby. So cast a few of those on, weaken up those Broodlords, soften them up nicely, bring in some Corruptors, bring in some Hydras to take them down, and the WarreN will be in a lot of trouble. CatZ taking, boop, the last remaining base on his side of things anyway. Nobody's quite taken this one, and I'm not sure why. I guess WarreN could if he wanted to, but he's more worried about defending his newly created bases up along this left side. He doesn't want to lose them. Can't necessarily blame him for that either. +2, +3 on the Roaches and the Hydras. +3 Carapace on the way. Nope. No, it is not. +3 Flyer attack, though, for CatZ. I love that. I love that from him. Burrow on the way for CatZ. Excellent. WarreN. Does he want to sneak in and try to cancel this thing? Does he want to try to deny it? Leading with the Infestors. Once again, I just don't understand it, as they are so darn squishy. Another attempted attack up here by CatZ. Can he get there? Spreading some units back to deal with it. And yes, forcing a cancel on that hatch. No, not even canceling it. And getting a full drop lord. Were there 2 Lurkers in there? There might have been 2 Lurkers in there. Holy shamoly. Pushing in here again is WarreN. CatZ needs to get his revenge. He lost a base. And what is he going to do about it? Yep, Broodlords, a great counter against Lurkers. Look at this. No, backing out. I thought he had a pretty good position, but again, he decided not to there. Where the heck did the army for CatZ go? They were right up here. Did they fight? Did they burrow? Oh, they're loading up inside these overlords. Oh, no. There are Hydras on the ground. He's trying to make a bait here, make a trap. No, CatZ sees it. CatZ sees it. Does not allow all of those overlords to get burned down. They don't have boosts like Medivacs do. They're a little bit slower. They can't hold as many units, I don't think either. Well, I guess Marauders, if that's the comparison, then they can. But trying to sneak on up here, I don't know that WarreN can see this. WarreN does not have vision of this area, but I think he smells it. He smells, all right, those overlords did not come back this way. They want to go somewhere. They're going to try to take down my hive and my infestation pit. Again, another attack down here. Broodlings raining down from above. There's the Parasitic Bomb on this whole group. What? Oh, aggressive returning Parasitic Bomb being used. A lot of Vipers going down there too. Pretty good splits by WarreN on all of his units, though. The Broodlings are still going to town on everything. Broodlings with no attack upgrades is actually slowing them down quite a bit. Infestors tried to come through, got absolutely murdered by those spine crawlers. Lurkers once again useless in this situation. Corruptors are here for CatZ. Oh no, no anti-air at all. Ken, maybe you want to fungal it down, or infested Terrans, or there's the infested Terrans. The Broodlords need to stay nearby them, though. And yes, getting on in here, taking down the hive as CatZ pushing up here, though. Is WarreN going to take down Spore Crawlers, taking down this replacement hive. That's a huge deal, but the army over here is taking a lot of damage from these Corruptors. And Parasitic Bomb being used, infested Terrans being used. The Corruptors are very low on health, but I'm not sure how that actually matters. Roaches, are there enough DPS to take this down? I think there is. Are these guys stuck? They are not. +3 attack versus +3, +2 should help WarreN immensely here. I think he is going to win that battle, and he does. He cleans up the attack once again. The hive does go down from CatZ. More Parasitic Bomb being tossed down on these Corruptors that are not splitting very well. CatZ's attention must be elsewhere, as these guys are so darn low on health. But this base lives. Consume being used on the hatchery to make it a softer target for next time, which is always a bit of a concern if you are the Vipers. But Consume being used over here on an Extractor, which is probably better, I'd say, just because replacing an Extractor is easier than replacing a hatchery. Because you can actually use Consume to the point that you kill the building that you're sucking energy off of here. Consume, it just lasts for 14 seconds. And if a 14 seconds is not up by the time the building's dead, the building will die. So this place that was so heavily fortified earlier is getting walked through. Big old Morphin of Lings trying to go somewhere. I like the mobility of the Lings. They're checking for a base here. There's not one. They're going to go up and try to kill some of these tech buildings. They can get the Greater Spire if they see it. I don't know. And they don't have any attack upgrades. So they're not quite as effective as they normally would be here. Can they get a cancel on that +3 Carapace? I don't think they can, but they might actually get the Greater Spire. If they had any attack upgrades, that thing would be dead already. Roaches trying to slowly whittle down their numbers. Can the Lings take it down? No, the Lings can't get it. 200 hit points left on the Greater Spire, and the Broodlords will continue to live another day. CatZ is actually getting a Swarm Host. Haven't seen those for a while. WarreN saying that's a lot of accidental Swarm Hosts. How many does CatZ have? 15? He has 15 Swarm Hosts. What is happening here? They're landing. They're actually taking out some workers here, but man, they die so darn quick. So darn quick. Here they are again, launching another group of Locusts on, and they're just so vulnerable in the air, I think is what the problem is with them. And they don't attack when they're in the air either, and by the time they land, they're already halfway expired. It's just They're not good. They are not good. Look at them. They landed. They're done. That's it. I mean, their contribution is appreciated, but that is it. A Roach hit squad back here. Is he going to take out yet another morphing in hive? Can he get it? The Lurker's trying to burrow, and they do manage to burrow. That's a big deal. Spine crawlers stabbing away to these. Roaches are in a lot of trouble, but these guys aren't. Big old Hydra push. Getting rid of this hatchery. Thanks for coming, guys. You're out. These Roaches are burrow moving from WarreN. He really wants to take out as many workers as he can. Again, more and more workers are dying. 40 workers to 36 workers killed in favor of WarreN here. Another attempted attack by these swarm hosts, throwing down locusts and just, I mean, doing some kind of damage. The corruptors absolutely destroying the corruptors of CatZ. Not very many corruptors there at all. More parasitic bomb being used, and the splits once again incredible by our red Zerg player. 178 to 147 total supply. WarreN does not want to die. CatZ does not want to die either. They really want to get this hive though. Can they get it? Roach's Hydra is pushing on through. Lurker setting up in a spot as a trap. Goodbye. Hydrolisk gone. Roach's Hydra is taking out yet another hatch and a bunch of overlords. Is that enough to supply block CatZ? It is not. It is not. These guys, are they going to take down the Hydrolisk den all by themselves while the swarm hosts are otherwise occupied? I think they are. +3 attack, 22 damage. 1.43. Oh no, the transfuses! The clutch transfuses from CatZ. He saves the Hydrolisk den that is now being morphed into a Lurker den. What a play by CatZ, holding his own there. More Lurkers are running around here, and the swarm hosts, man, if they, nope, throwing them down. Bloop. And here come the Locust. Free units, man. They're not good, but I guess they are still free units. Trying to get out of here are some Roaches, trying to kill some of these swarm hosts. Again, that's a lot of monetary investment from CatZ, but no, doesn't actually manage to take any of them down. Heading back down to this area are the swarm hosts, which just, again, it makes no sense. Why did CatZ go for many swarm hosts? Is he just trying to make himself win with swarm hosts for the first time in Legacy of the Void? I would be very impressed if he does manage to pull that one off. Lurker's +3/+3. So scary. Roaches again trying to get rid of this Hydrolisk den. And a Spore Crawler comes in, a Overseer comes in, all the queens in the world come in. They finally do manage to clean up that Roach infestation in the back here. And they're gone. 194 to 136 total supply. CatZ again looking good. Abducts being used on the Lurkers to get them up onto this high ground where they get stabbed to death by Lurkers and by Spine Crawlers. Broodlords once again. Broodlord Corruptor being what WarreN is trying to make work here. And he's going to push on in. I feel like he is. Broodlings. Goodbye, Hydrolisk. Man, they hung in the air for a while there. Swarm hosts heading on up to try to hit somewhere where the army is not for WarreN. Getting rid of creep tumors. Oh, the swarm was coming back on in, actually. And it's going to be Locust versus Broodling. Haven't seen this in a while. Or possibly ever. Look at this. Free unit versus free unit. Parasitic bombs on everything. All the parasitic bombs everywhere from those Vipers. A big swell of Corruptors coming in from the backside, too, trying to snipe down these Broodlords. And actually getting a Viper, getting a Broodlord, too. Infestitarians being tossed down by WarreN, trying desperately to save his units. The Broodlords, again, just absolutely getting destroyed here. How many have been killed so far in this game? I don't even know. It's 45,000 to 51,000 resources lost. CatZ has lost fewer resources. Infestitarians wandering around. They don't benefit from upgrades at all. They used to. But I don't think they do anymore. Or they definitely do not anymore. Swarm Host, again, CatZ is trying to win this game with Swarm Host, and I think he just might do it here. How many workers? 54 to 33 Harvesters. WarreN is down in worker count. He is down in army supply, as we can see here. 131 to 54. Woo! In a lot of trouble now is our blue Zerg player. Spore Crawlers tapping on down, trying to deal with the Locust attack. I can't even say that without laughing. The Locust attack. Here they are. Taking down a lot of stuff, actually. Had a lot of time left on their timer from this position. I kind of like it. Killing a lot of dead drones. Killing drones that were dead and making them, let's see, that were alive and making them dead. Broodlings throwing in from the Broodlords above. And retaking this base is CatZ. He says, you may have killed this, but I don't care. Greater Spire on the way for CatZ too. Maybe he wants to go Broodlord Swarm Host. That seems like that could be super duper interesting. Broodlings throwing down to get rid of Changelings, which is a little bit interesting. Again, trying to come on in. The Corruptors try to snipe him down in the air. The Broodlords trying to deal with them once they're on the ground and doing a pretty good job of it. Locust didn't do much damage at all, but here comes another big push here, yanking in all the Broodlords to the Corruptors, focusing them down. Great micro here from CatZ. All the Broodlords are gone. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And the Parasitic Bombs adding to that DPS with the Corruptors from CatZ chasing everybody away with that spell on top of them. +2 flyer attack up, +3 flyer attack up. Another attack up here with Lurkers taking down this base. Every base on this map has been taken. Every base. 197 to 72 total supply here. WarreN from Psystorm Gaming going to lose yet another hatchery. CatZ has this one up. He is essentially on 3 mining bases, but it's just been much more cost effective. Look at this. 47,000 to 56,000 resources lost. CatZ has just been doing what he can with what he can to kill as much stuff without losing his stuff. I mean, it seems really simple, but it's fairly hard. A fungal being used on the Locust, just holding them in place. Can they take down this hatch? Look at how fast that DPS is. They do benefit from upgrades. +3 attack on those dudes with the Acid Spit. That is actually called Acid Spit, not Acid Saliva. Did I see that right? I'm pretty sure that I did. So what does WarreN have left here? Units tab for a WarreN is 6 Broodlords, 7 Lurkers, 4 Infestors. And that is pretty much it right now for our blue Zergy player from the Psystorm Gaming. Lurkers burrowing on in from CatZ. Going to win that Lurker battle. Can he see anything is the question. Can anybody see these? I think the Lurkers are invisible to both of these players, which is kind of fun. Going to try to take out this Evolution Chamber and the Roach Warren and the Evolution Chamber all in the same fell sweeps here. Lurkers for CatZ getting rid of this Lurker Den too. And another attack up here with WarreN taking down a hatchery. For the second time in this game, he kills this hatch. He might have just actually forced to cancel the first time, but still, incredible stuff. We're going to lose this Lurker Den as WarreN. That's a big deal. Lost the Roach Warren, lost the Evolution Chambers. Also a problem, although I think he had all the upgrades that maybe he wanted to this point. APM for these players is over 250 throughout the entire game. Worker count 59 to 29. CatZ in the lead, commandingly in the lead. 199 to 80 total supply here. Lurkers sniping down yet another hatchery. Lurkers over here not doing much of anything. Where is WarreN? He's trying to use his Broodlord, trying to decide, do I attack? Do I defend the swarm hosts sitting up here pulsating, looking gross with the stuff on their backs? Ugh. Shibbly jibbly. And here comes another spawn of locusts. Is that... Get on the ground so I can see you attack, guys. They are so darn slow. Look at this. Move speed 2.62. Fungal whiffs mostly there, and here they are on the ground using their Acid Spit. Yeah, 15 damage. Weapon speed 0.43. Burning down Broodlings, but the Broodlings cleaning it up as quickly. I think the fire speed of Broodlords is a lot faster. Lurkers trying to take down the spawning pool. Again, 285 total supply. WarreN trying to do this thing with these Broodlords, but I think another big attack of Corruptors just walking on in here might be enough to do this thing. Infested Terrans are a little bit scary, but they're not that scary. And yes, the spawning pool goes down. Broodlings trying to kill Lurkers by themselves, but the Lurkers with a +3 armor give themselves 4 total armor with that ground carapace. So darn strong. Indeed, WarreN is making additional drones, which is fine. I mean, good for him. Long distance mining here from CatZ, taking this base again. He refuses to say die. Is this map going to get mined out? No, there's still a lot of minerals here and here and here and here. So no, I don't think we're mined out at this point. I really don't see WarreN hanging on for much longer than this. Do we have any more assaults we can watch? Parasitic Bombs tossed down again. A lot of Spore Crawlers burrowing on in here, just walking right into it. Here's WarreN. Spore Crawlers getting shots off, getting chased. Boom, boom, boom. All but 2 of the Broodlords are gone, and the Corruptors coming in to clean that thing up. They're so close, but not actually attacking. There they are. The Corruptors on top of everything. They're going to win this battle. They outnumber the Corruptors of WarreN here. Some reinforcements come in, but is it enough? I don't think it is. No, it is not. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers for CatZ. An attack up here, Lurker attack. An attack up here. This is like 2014 Swarm Host games all over again, says WarreN. And a GG from WarreN. WarreN has defeated. CatZ is victorious, and WarreN has left the game. Woo! 38-minute ZVZ there for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was insane. So many units. So many units made. Lings, Banelings, Roaches, Ravagers, Hydras, Lurkers, Broodlords, Swarm Host, Corruptors, Vipers. Is there anything that we missed? Any unit that was not made in this game? Let's take a look here. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, no Ultras. No Ultras in this game. Ah, what a disappointment. But I guess Ultras in a game where there are Broodlords not going to be super duper effective or useful. So in the end, nobody decided to use Ultras, but everything else was here. This is a ZVZ for the ages. Wow. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.